And it worked. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. You might have a lot of questions. First of all, quick disclaimer, then I'll get into some stuff, and then more disclaimers. The first 13 minutes, approximately, of the stream are going to be basically letting people settle in. This stream was supposed to start at 5 p.m. Pacific. I am a few minutes early because I was, talking to the chat before the stream started, and I was like, heck, let's get into it. So normally it's 10 minutes. We let people settle in, get in here. Nothing really happens for the topic of the stream until 10 minutes go by. So today it's 13. If you're watching this after the fact, if you're watching this live, it's going to be around 5:10 or maybe later. You know how sometimes I go beyond the allotted time. Why am I wearing this? You might be wondering. You might also be thinking, hey, looks kind of good in this. I do, and I know it. So, last stream was on Tuesday. It was after a court hearing where I was like, let me tell you about what happened. And I was still in my suit that I was wearing for the hearing, the teleconference, whatever. And people were like, wow, you should wear a suit more often. I was like, I don't know. Maybe next time I should wear a tuxedo. And then people were like, that's a great idea. And here we are. It just kind of happened. You're welcome? I don't know. It's not important to anything about the stream. It was just a thing that happened on Tuesday and continued until today, Friday. Hi, chat. I'll check you in a moment. Under the disclaimers, since, heck, while I got you here, I will be rambling for the next 12 minutes, and then I will probably continue to ramble, but it should be more on topic. If that's not your cup of tea, this may not be the stream for you. This is not scripted. It is stream of consciousness type stuff. So, just that kind of thing. We will be watching a video for the purposes of entertainment and, more importantly, education as we discuss a topic of public concern and interest. It's from police body camera from I don't know where. I could probably check. Not seeing it immediately. That's fine. Maybe we'll figure it out eventually. I probably won't really matter that much, although it might. I'll get to you guys in a moment. Hi. Shay, too. I have you written on my hand today. You can't. Because I don't think I brought you up last time, and I meant to. And if I did, and I've forgotten that I did, it's going to come up. Good to have you here. That's going to be making that noise for quite a bit now. And I will be very distracted by it. Like, why don't you have to be less distracting? I don't know. Some people find it amusing how distracting it is for me. And I say, heck, why not? His whole purpose is to be amusing and, well, part of entertaining and educational. We're talking about newsworthy stuff, etc., etc., etc. This is protected by fair use, something copyright under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Or something. Oh, goodness, no. He's going to keep going. Very distracting. Where was I? I don't remember. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I was hoping I'd remember by the time I said that. 10 minutes rambling. I'm going to be doing a lot of starting and stopping for the purpose of education on the topic that will be discussed. Because it's an interesting topic. I know some people have covered this video before. I don't know that I've covered it before. I may have covered it before. We're doing it again because I don't remember it. I think I've watched it. I don't think I've covered it. Regardless, we're here now. The original video comes from Van Valiant, or well, the video that I'm reviewing comes from Van Valiant. Van Valiant, wonderful channel, 107,000 subscribers. You deserve it, man. One of my first introductions to the sovereign citizen situation. So kudos to Van Valiant. If you are not subscribed to Van Valiant and you want to see more sovereign citizen videos, it is a great place to go find them and watch them. Go give them some likes and attention. Good attention. As far as donations, what we're hearing right now, if you want to donate to the stream, you are able to. My streams are generally not monetized. Donations are a great way to tell me that you appreciate what I'm doing. You do not have to. Please don't do it if you don't want to, of course. And if it's going to cause any financial hardship, please don't even consider it. Even if it's like, I don't know if it's going to cause financial hardship. If there's a possibility, please don't. I don't want that. I don't need it. This is a hobby for me. Donations do help keep it running. It helps me do things like this. We'll get to this. Ooh, there's a button. It doesn't do anything right now. I'll explain, maybe, if we get to it. There's a key. Okay, I'll explain right now. There's a key I have to turn. to activate it. Oh, get out of here. I don't want to ruin the surprise. If you are a channel member, you will have seen what this does. You might not know it yet, but you will have the opportunity to see what it does. It's so distracting. There are coin flips tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are unfamiliar, I got some apple juice that I have to finish. I have an apple juice allergy. It makes it even more difficult for me to concentrate on things, even when there's not this noise coming at me, due to the allergies that I have. It's a terrible medical, very rare. But what sometimes happens is people who donate, and this came about because people were donating, like, I thought too much. I was like, I might as well thank them for that in a weird and wacky way. I'll use this coin from Box One. We had a fun time on that stream. And then $20 or more, I will flip this coin. That's it. That's what you get. You get nothing else. But sometimes when it's heads, which in this case is going to be this side, tails is going to be this side. You can see that. Sometimes when it's heads, I feel compelled to drink apple juice. Maybe I was hypnotized as a child way back when. That is how that works. Not magnetic. Oh, interesting. All right. I'm going to sneeze for a second. Wait for it. Oh, I sneezed myself back into this screen. Oh, I'll back in the camera. It's fine. That is a thing that will happen, potentially. There is a limit to it. I don't know how much. I'll stop it when I feel it needs to stop with the coin flips. But you also get a 2-for-1 deal today, because anything more than $20 American gets you the Train of Truth. Now, Train of Truth, would you mind explaining who you are? Sure. Thanks. Yeah, come on out. And Train of Truth. Now, if you have a question in your tip note, Train of Truth has a little envelope right there. You can kind of see it. There will be an answer to your question in that envelope. It might not be a good answer. It might not be a correct answer, but it will have an answer. I will read it to you. 2-for-1 today. I have to go put this back because it triggers automatically, and there's nothing to stop it from running off of the edge. For example, now, thank you, Aaron. The Train of Truth, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! I've accidentally pressed too many buttons. We're not going to worry about it. All right. There wasn't a question in that tip note, so I'm going to put it back. Oh, it's such a hassle. Come on, train. Are you going the right way? Yeah. Yay, we did it. All right. I guess that's pretty much the disclaimers. Now, do keep in mind, I want to reiterate this, I'm going to be stopping and starting a lot. I might talk too fast, I might talk too slow. If I'm going on a tangent, which will happen, and you're watching this after the fact.
Flip, please.
Yes. If you're watching this after the fact, feel free to skip forward. There are many ways to do that. Feel free to change the speed. Do what you got to do. I can't change it after the fact. Now, my hands. First of all, Shay, I'm going to get to you. Maxine, if you're here, I'm so sorry. There was a miscommunication in the comment section. I was stupid, and I didn't fully read what was going on, and I got confused. And I think I thought you were somebody else who I had been communicating with. And I responded as if it was still that person. I'm sorry. Maxine knows. I don't. If Maxine wants me to elaborate, fine. I apologize for that. Shay too. Now, the other stream, a couple streams ago, I did an unboxing of some stuff that was sent to me. Wonderful stuff. I've been eating the hot sauce Shay on everything. It's so good. I haven't even had the chance to really try all the other stuff because I've just been obsessed with it. Very spicy. Anyway, yeah, a little sort of care package type thing. And I was like, I don't want to reveal it because I don't know if I'm supposed to. It was Shay 2. Shay 2, you are an amazing human being. Thanks so much. Shay 2 has also donated to the Ho-Ho Fund, which is the homeless outreach something. It was basically a holiday event where I bought a bunch of stuff to put in backpacks to give to people who were less fortunate and may not have a roof over their head in the Seattle area. She has once again donated to that. Thank you so much. This trophy's for you today. It doesn't say your name on it, but it's for you today. And I'm going to keep it over here. There's a lot of stuff in the way. Let me get 2 donations because I have 3 more minutes before I'm supposed to start. And Matt, of course, thank you for earlier when you scared the bejesus out of me before the stream started. He activated the train. And again, there's nothing stopping it from running off the end of the track. So I have to be present. Once I schedule the stream, I have to be sitting at this desk or have this unplugged because it can be triggered. And he did it. He said, "Oh, mighty train of truth, are you flying off the tracks today?" So he knew what he was doing. Thanks, Mav. Iceblade, thank you so much, says, "Ooh, W-ooh, looking snappy." Well, you know, it's, I'll give an ooh-woo to all of you. Specifically you, Iceblade, though, because you said it first. Let me just, ooh-woo. Nope, didn't work. All right. Ooh-woo. I have a voice changer. Didn't work. I forgot I was supposed to fix that last time. But it wasn't fixed. And sorry, I fixed a bunch of other stuff. Oh no, mechanics. Oh no. More noises. All right, Aaron, we are at. Hold on. First of all, Shay2, thank you so much for gifting the memberships. Aaron, thank you so much for gifting the memberships. Mechanics, thank you so much for gifting the memberships. If you now have a membership to this channel, that is the reason. And we have a coin flip. Well, I mean, technically all of those would be coin flips. Don't do this to me. I'll do 1 coin flip and maybe another coin flip for all those. Oh no, because that's technically the amount. Susie, why I made it for the rambling. That's the entire stream. What are you talking about? It is heads, ladies and gentlemen, which means, okay, that's just going to keep happening. They know what they're doing, which means we're going to do this. Oh, that's not a bad look with the... Anyway, don't mind me. I have some apple juice to consume. It's fancy apple juice. Comes in a glass bottle. It's good stuff. Usually it tastes terrible. That one was not bad. Maybe because I actually washed this glass this time. Anyway, I suppose we have one more flip, don't we? Careful, Icarus. Did I just see a careful Icarus?
Careful, Icarus.
There you go. That one's a tails. All right. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. I've lost it. I try not to look at it so I don't, you know, influence the catch. Well, it's gone forever. Nope, found it. All right, we are at the 10-minute mark, though, so we get one more flip. I almost broke my screen. Okay, it doesn't count. I'm so sorry. An apple juice is already affecting me. There's also a tails. Okay, well, technically, I should do one for mechanics as well, because the first flip was for Aaron. The second one was for Shay, and then mechanics gets one as well. No. I'm confusing myself. We'll do another one. This is the last one for the, unless chat rebels against me, and it's very convincing. This will be the last one for the gift memberships. That was also a tails. That was also a tails. We'll get the tails out of the way, so that statistically all the other ones will be heads. That is also a tails. What is happening? Stop it. That was also a tails. I can feel it in my palm. Come on! It's hard to... It's got a... Because it's got a lip here, so when I fling it, it just hits that lip. I've caught it sideways. I'm bad at this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me... let me just hit you with a... That's for me. And we're just gonna... I've caught it sideways again. I'm gonna let it be heads. Oh, no! Okay, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we've just removed the statistical likelihood of getting tails ever again. And I suppose I'll... One more just start us off. It's just... Alright. Don't mind me. Susie, why? Literally, Susie, comma, why? Also, thank you. Oh, it's a weird shaped bottle. Okay. Oh, you know it, Lisa. There it is. Not terrible. Not terrible. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get into this. Almost. Lisa asks, will it be Twitch tonight? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, after my YouTube streams, for those of you who have not been here before or for one of these situations, generally go over to Twitch, play some video games. Some of the group chat likes to have me do VR chat because they can join me and they can put me in uncomfortable situations. I have a VR headset. It is a garbage VR headset. It might work tonight. It might not. We're going to see what we can do. If you feed me too much apple juice, I probably won't get it working. I did test it a little bit today, so it turns on. The hands are more or less charged. So, there's that. But, with that out of the way, sorry if I missed what was happening in chat. It was a little chaotic over on this side of things. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry, just reading little things. I got distracted. We have a video here, as stated before, it's from Van Balling, and it's titled, Never Reach for Your Firearm During a Traffic Stop. Right to Travel, Fail an Arrest. Now, I saw this, I went, reaching for your firearm during a traffic stop, that alone is bad. This was sent to me by someone on my Discord, so thanks to them. They know who they are. If they want me to call them out, I will. But right to travel fail as well. Well, that's Sovereign Citizen, and it's from Van Balling, so you know it's going to be good. I want to check it out. I skimmed it a little bit. There was enough in there to be like, oh, yes, we should go over this. Went through the transcript, just typed in some keywords, be like, is this actually a Sovereign Citizen? It sure looks like it. Cool. Now, what I loved about it, what really got my attention was in the comments section. Let me see if I can. Yes. We have Ernest Patriot says, one thing. Wait. Hold on. I need some music for this. Here we go. One thing you do not understand. This person already contracted to the fiction known as the state, turning over control of her property to that state because she erred getting a license, registering and getting those slave plates. Had none if this been done, the terrorist employees would hold no jurisdiction. Oh. Nope. I was distracted. You guys know you can ask questions in your tip notes as well with the train of truth. No one does. Well, rarely.
More flipping nonsense.
Yeah. Uh-oh, we got another Careful Icarus. You know how much I love.
Careful Icarus.
I love it. Let me reset this train. While I was distracted, no. Wait. Which way are you going? I can't tell. Oh, God, it's terrible. All right. Shoop. Mr. Rogers, eat your heart out. Anyway. All right. Beast Mode Jedi, thank you so much. It's Careful Icarus. Careful Icarus. Don't fly too close to the sun with your wax wings. But, Father... It's a whole bit. Anyway. Susie Y, thank you so much. Says no more flipping nonsense. Come on. All right, well, that's a flip, because I got to finish this bottle of apple juice, because it's probably going bad. It's apple juice in this hot garage. I'm very warm. I'm not going to start stripping yet. OnlyFans 2024. I caught it sideways. Where's my usual coin? I like my usual coin better. I mean, this one's really fun. I got props. I never get to use that one, but I have it. That is a heads, though. That is a heads. So, I guess we do this again. It's a day of celebration. The problem is I don't drink much apple juice, so this might become a problem. Regardless, we get into it. In Soviet Russia. Oh my God, if someone got the train to work right now, you're not going to get it in time. There's a delay. Is that the That is the end of the apple juice! I kind of have another bottle that I've been ignoring. That was almost at the end. I probably have a little more apple juice. Technically. We finally finished that bottle. Almost missed my cue. Oh. Woo! Ah! Forgive me. Alright, we haven't even got into it yet. I just thought that was a hilarious comment. And I want to know more, but 500 replies? No. I do love that Van Balen. Oh, God, that was rough. Rough bit of apple juice there. I was not prepared for it. I love that Van Balen pinned it. I respect that. Lala Costa asks if I can call them a nerd, please. You nerd. How's that? Was that good? Do I need another take? You nerd! Oh, you nerd. There, you get 3 of them. I'm feeling generous today for those 5 months you've been a member. Thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. I finally put out some member content yesterday? I don't know. Well, yeah, anyway. Someone said, yeah, of course he has a usual coin. Right? Like, well, of course I do. And I never know where it is. Oh, this is from the hot sauce. That's where it went. It wanders off. Sometimes it goes under my little mat here. But it was the original coin, and then we did Box 1, the Neil Patrick Harris mystery, which was so much fun. I loved it. I want another one. And then this coin was in it. I was like, wouldn't this be a fun thing to use? But it's not flip as well. As in, it's... Well, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's not the OG. Let's watch the video, because we are now 18 minutes in, which is 8 minutes past when we should have started, but things kept happening. Nacho Friend says, it's a squirrel stream, all right. Yes. Yes, that's how my streams go. It's fine. Let's get into it.
Is that a firearm under your jacket? Don't reach for it. Just answer. I don't know. I'm asking if it's a firearm, so if you reach for it, we have issues.
It is.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of stopping and starting. I'm telling you right now. Again, for like the 4th time? Lisa. Squaking. I had to. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're stopped, traffic stop, any stop, with police officers, and they ask you a question, that question is not, can you, unless it's, no. If it's, can you do this for me? That's not, do this for me. It's, answer whether or not you can do it, have them then give the command. That's not always going to be the best advice. In this case, it wasn't even that. It was, is that a firearm? Don't be like, yes, don't do that. This person, if they're a sovereign citizen, isn't going to be the brightest bulb, so not exactly shocked. Let's keep going.
Don't ever reach for it, okay?
What is that look? What is that smug like? Okay. You will die. The odds are not in your favor.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we head to Oregon for yet another
Oregon,
travel
yay,
fail
that does
and
help.
arrest. These videos are
That is helpful.
fast at the moment that I can hardly keep up. But here we are with another soft-sit attempting the script with a suspended license, no registration and no insurance. Oh, and carrying a concealed firearm without a permit.
All right, I do have a concern. I know, stopping and starting. The body cam seems to be on the uniform, and there appears to be a jacket over it. You can see over here to the left, there's a bit of the jacket.
Which is illegal in Oregon.
You can't see it that well. You can see part of the zipper there. I've seen this in a few body cam videos. I dislike that. It's just like, oh, what's the point then? If it's partially obstructed. It's not enough to actually be a problem in this video at what we're seeing right here, but it easily can become one. And if you're a police officer and you have a body camera and then you sometimes put a jacket on, I don't know if there's a good solution, but just be cognizant of that. I'm not saying this officer's wrong. I'm just saying, like, the potential for this to be a problem is there.
All this in a truck that probably shouldn't be anywhere near a road. Right, let's get into the video.
Hi there. Yep. Hey, I'm Officer Kennedy.
Hold on. I'm being called out by Jasta. Jasta says that's not how you pantomime a gun. You pantomime what it looks like in your hand, so wrapped over fingers and a curved index finger on the trigger. Okay, so this is how you pantomime a gun. But, like, that could be a lot of things. That could be me I don't know what that would be. It's like this. We know what this is. But okay, technically. Oh, well, Jessa, did you do improv? Because I'm pretty sure I've heard this before in college when I took a sketch comedy class once. Not that I learned anything from it. No, I did. It was great. I've forgotten everything I learned. But I feel like I got that same information. One of you is from Rochester. That's you, Goldfish, not Jazz. Anyway, sorry. Now I'm like, were you in that class? Sorry. It's the memories. It's the apple juice. Crab hands.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh, okay. Pausing. We're never going to get through this video. She has her dash cam right there. She has just turned it to face the officer. I love that. I think that's wonderful. I think you should. I don't have a dash cam, and I know I should. And like every 2 weeks or so, I think, God, if only I had a dash cam. Well, no, because I don't get into a situation where a dash cam would be useful. But I think to myself, I should get a dash cam before I need one. Dash cams are great. They're a wonderful thing to have. I love that she has it. One, I love that she has turned it towards the officer to document what is happening. Zero problems with that. In fact, I applaud it. In fact, I have audio for this. It's so good. It's exactly what I want to see. That is perfect. Because you don't have the camera in your hands, making it difficult for you to do things. It's exactly what I want in a traffic stop that is being filmed. Go! All right, that's enough. Stop it. Stop. God. All right, let's keep going.
I know your tags are expired.
I don't have a cummerbund. No. Yeah, they're good for insurance until you were the person who was the problem. All right, that's not license or registration.
Don't reach for it. Just answer it.
Oh, and she's reached for it. This is the part.
I don't know. I'm asking if it's a firearm.
Slow, deliberate movements. Nothing quick and jerky. Real slow. Before you reach for anything, say, officer. All right, well, okay, let me give you an example. Last time I interacted with a police officer in a vehicle. I was doing surveillance. An officer came out to my vehicle because someone had called and said, like, there's this guy who's just been sitting there for a few hours. Yeah, fair. It was a hot day. I had my car running, whatever. And the officer comes over and he's like, do you have your license? And technically, I think I might have been illegally parked. Although, like, not, because it was, I was standing in the vehicle, not parking the vehicle. It was a whole thing. But, like, I needed to do what I was doing, and, like, that was the spot to do it. And it's, if I do the wrong thing, if I get a ticket, then my job, my work, they say they'll step in. I've never gotten to that point, because I try to be very reasonable. But I was asked for my license, and I said, my license is in my wallet, which is my left pocket. Do you mind if I reach for it? And they went, oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't have my hands up. I have my hands on the steering wheel. Do you mind if I reach for it with my left hand? I go, yes. And they're probably like, who's this idiot? And I slowly reach for it. I pull it out, and I go through it where it's very visible. Boom. I don't go, oh, license? Got it. Yeah. Blah! 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 You know, it's not. Anyway, communicate what you're doing. Slow and deliberate. Stay safe. Some officers are a little jumpier than others. Some officers who are jumpy have a good reason to be jumpy.
So if you reach for it, we have issues. Okay, don't ever reach for it, okay?
That smug look.
He asks if she has a firearm, and the first thing she does is reach for it when he tells her not to. I'm from the UK, and even I know that's one of the dumbest moves you can make.
Okay. Will you do me a favor? I'd like to remove that from you.
I would rather remove it myself
Okay,
than
you're not
place
gonna
it
do
on
that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. No, if you have a firearm in a traffic stop, an officer can absolutely be like, no, you keep your hands where I can see him. I'm going to take it from you. Now, if it's like, it's under my left boob, okay, you're going to have to come to some sort of agreement probably. But, yeah, generally, you want to let the officer remove it. Keep your hands away from the officer while they do it. During a traffic stop, an officer, unless I'm mistaken, can absolutely disarm you. In Oregon, I am confident. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Oregon, a lot of people are like, Oregon, that's Portland. Yeah, Oregon is not like Portland. Outside of Portland, Oregon is very, very red politically. You have Portland, which is like so blue it hurts. And then you have the rest of Oregon, which is like red, and in some places concerningly so. And I say concerningly so not because it's wrong to be red or blue politically. And don't start. There's a limit to either side where it becomes extremism. I've had some weird interactions in Portland, and I've had some weird interactions outside of Portland in the opposite direction. So don't think, oh, Oregon's just bad. No, Oregon has some very interesting places when you go into because there's a lot of rural Oregon. It's a very fascinating thing. Very fascinating to me, anyway. Sorry, tangents. Moving on.
You're not going to put a firearm in your hands. Okay, so just hear me out. Stop talking. Just let me explain, okay?
Gary.
I don't mean any harm to you.
Excuse me, but it's about my safety.
Okay, I'm not going to hurt you, nor am I putting up.
Yeah, a gun is actually, yes, for your safety. But, like, during a traffic stop, an officer's safety generally supersedes yours legally in many situations. But I do want to stop here. I need an excuse to stop. The original vintage asks Blue Bacon, or says Blue Bacon looking good and mate, sorry, and then asks, I'm getting confused already, what's with the epic threads? Well, okay, so Tuesday, I had a court date, and then I streamed after it, and when, here's information about all of that, and I was still wearing my suit from the court, and people were like, that looks great, you should wear a suit more often. I'm like, haha, I'll wear a tuxedo as a joke, and then people were like, yes, and then I put out a community post being like, should I? And people were like, yeah, obviously. I went, okay, I have tuxedos. I have multiple tuxedos. I get most of them from Goodwill because, I get my plates to smash somewhere, and then sometimes I check the suit section, see if there's anything good. And every once in a while, there'll just be a tuxedo. And every once in a while, that tuxedo will fit me. And so I have a few tuxedos that I own pretty much just to destroy. I haven't found a reason to destroy them yet. Like running a fun run, like a color run. That kind of thing. Right? Like that. Sounds like a great idea. I just haven't ever done it. So now I just have a few tuxedos lying around. Anyway, tangents.
Well, I'm not going to hurt you.
This is what I would like.
Yeah, that's what they all say, lady. You're not going to be like, oh, yes, officer, I would love to kill you. In fact, let me try right now. No, it's, oh, I would never do that. Whoa, bam! Pew, pew. Yeah, they generally don't be like, well, yes, officer. 10 paces, then we turn and fire. Come on. There are a lot of people, and I've talked about some of them relatively recently, that think, oh, as long as I tell the officer I'm not a threat, they can't consider me a threat. That is wrong. That is very, very wrong. I don't know why you think that. Moving on, let's keep going.
Cross your fingers like this, put your hand on your head, and I'd like to just grab and take it out. I'm not going to seize
No,
it or
I
anything
do not
like
want
that.
my weapon outside of my vehicle.
Where's your ID?
He's same man. Sit. You can't. Oh yeah, you can see some of it right there. The old Palm Pilot. It's a little joke. I don't have a badumts on here. Ooh, I need one. I don't have a place to write notes. Yes, I do. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely writing this. But nope. Too many pens. Sound effect. Moving on.
I do not want my weapon outside of the vehicle.
Where is your
I
ID?
am willing to put my weapon on the dash so that you can clearly
Do not
see it.
touch that gun.
Fine.
Okay.
Then it'll
I'll
see
tell you
where
what.
it's at.
Put the paperwork on the dash for me. Put the paperwork on the
I'd
dash.
have her step out.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to, and it's a lawful order. Put the paperwork on the dash now, and put your hands on the steering wheel and don't move them. Okay? You're being confrontational. You have a firearm. We're not going to play that game. I'm going to get your name, date of birth, and I'm going to continue my traffic stop. Do you understand that?
I think I'll just plead the fifth.
That's fine. I recommend that. Well, if you're not going to plead the fifth, you're going to need to present me with an ID. Can you point to where your ID?
Wait, I'm sorry. If you're not going to plead the fifth, you're going to have to present an ID. Supreme Court ruled, I don't remember the ruling, that pleading the fifth does not cover requirements to identify yourself during a traffic stop. God, I don't remember the case for that. Let me rewind. I really have to check what he's saying.
I'm going to get your name, date of birth, and I'm going to continue my traffic stop. Do you understand that?
I think I'll just plead the fifth.
That's fine. I recommend that. Well, if you're not going to plead the fifth, you're going to need to present me with an ID.
Okay, yeah, I think you just misspoke. I do love that it says, I recommend you plead the fifth. Yeah, pleading the fifth. Sorry, did I say pleading? Pleading the fifth does not nullify the requirement to identify yourself during a traffic stop. Also, Shade 2, that's unfortunate. The chat. Vintage and then 5 other people. I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with wearing if it's a good dress, it's a good dress. Like, all the guys are wearing the same thing. Why can't the girls? Am I right? It's all just, oh, you're wearing the same thing again? Oh, you're wearing the same thing as somebody else? Get out of here. Once it's like a wedding, in that case, okay. Like, if you show up to a wedding wearing a wedding dress and you're not the bride, you are wrong. Other than that, get out of here with that. We're going to keep going.
Can you point to where your ID is?
How's it going, commentator auditor?
No, sir. You told me to put my
I
hands
did,
on the
but
steering
you
wheel.
told me you were going to plead the fifth, which means you're not going to talk anymore. If you're not going to talk, you can't tell me your name and your date of birth.
Oh, hold on. So, if we're assuming that she does not have an ID, like at all, I mean, just arrest. I don't know. I'm not saying arrest her. She has to identify, and if she pleads the fifth, it basically becomes an arrest for failure to identify. Because how can you just release them if you don't know who they are? You can't write them a ticket and release them on their own recognizance. Recognizance, not reconnaissance. Sorry, I didn't enunciate properly. So that would probably be a mandatory arrest in Oregon. I can't say for sure. I know in Washington it can be. In Washington, Oregon generally have some pretty similar stuff when it comes to laws. So, yeah, pleading the fifth is not going to negate the requirement to identify. It's, I wish I knew what the Supreme Court ruling is. Chat might have already said it. I don't know. Yeah. Your personal information during a traffic stop does not fall under the Fifth Amendment. It's the ruling, if I remember correctly, but I don't remember the name of the case, so it's frustrating. Also, sorry, chat, I'm keeping my eye on you. It says, why are gendering clothes? Why indeed? Ladies, wear a tuxedo. Men, wear a skirt. People who identify as either, both, neither, something else, do whatever, man. I'm not saying I understand it, but it doesn't hurt me. Do what makes you happy within reason. I don't believe that a guy wearing a dress is unreasonable any more than a girl wearing a dress, or a girl wearing a tux any more than a guy wearing a tux is unreasonable. I don't know. That's a different topic. You know how I love my tangents. We're going to keep going.
Does that make sense?
Well, it does make sense, but she's not going to let a little thing like common sense creep into this traffic stop now, is she? And what is it about soft sits pleading the Fifth Amendment when they have no intention of shutting up?
So will you tell me your name and date of birth?
Not until I present this paperwork.
Ooh, killed. Yes.
Okay. 3216.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said. Chat's a lot of fun tonight. I'm having a lot of fun with chat. You know what? Let's ignore this video. Let's just talk to chat. I'm kidding. We're going to watch more of the video. If I can get through any of it.
Paperwork.
Okay. 3216. Can I get another unit?
Mechanics, you are correct.
Down here for you.
Okay.
Keep your hands right where they're at.
I will keep them there as long as I can.
Okay. Perfect. They need to remain there, and your hand needs to stay away from that.
And I already told you, I will keep them there as long as I can. This is not exactly a comfortable position.
Well, you put yourself into this position by refusing to hand over your firearm, lady. And if you find holding your steering wheel with both hands uncomfortable, then maybe driving's not for you.
Not yet. Females are really uncooperative.
I am not uncooperative. I am simply
No, you're uncooperative, lady.
without mine.
Are you cooperating? No? Then you're uncooperative.
See, you guys always do that. You guys always make something up that isn't there.
How dare they know and enforce written law that is available to everybody to look at and understand and know? How dare they? The thing they are paid to do, trained to do. Now, if they're actually making things up, sure, but if this is truly a sovereign citizen, I assume they're going to pretend things are made up that aren't. Or they're going to make things up themselves. We'll get to that if it happens in this video. If we get to it, I know. Tangents and interruptions, I know. I also dislike it, and yet here we are.
What did I make up?
If you want to watch the video without the interruptions, go to Van Ballien's channel. Never reach for your firearm during a traffic stop. Right to travel, fail, and arrest. It was September 27th, 2022. Okay.
Today, ma'am.
You're saying I'm being confrontational. I'm not being confrontational.
Okay, maybe let me use a different word. Argumentative.
Well,
That's a good one.
maybe argumentative, but I'd say so are you, because you're not getting everything you want exactly when you want it.
So he was right to call for backup then. Glad we've got that one sorted out.
Yeah, because
you have
I gotta
to give him
survive every
that
contact,
information.
And
I
I'm going to
understand
get
that.
what I want when there's a firearm involved.
You know what?
gonna happen.
I'm sorry, but it's the police that have proved themselves to be unreliable.
Okay,
Oh, yeah?
lady,
Have
but
you ever met me
like
before?
in this particular incident, the officer, to my knowledge, has not done anything wrong except for maybe not get the Miranda rights correct in your favor, lady. In your favor. It's fine. Police have done things wrong in the past. It's not an excuse to break the law, generally. Not in this case, I don't believe. Anyway, personal opinion. Keep going.
Before?
Yes, I
You've
have.
met me. Where did you meet me?
Matter of fact, really doesn't matter.
Okay, so you
So-
haven't met me. So therefore you haven't.
Officer nailed it. Where have you met me? Oh, it doesn't really matter. So you haven't. You're making things up. The thing you accused me of! Oh, my God. So good. This officer's good. I like this officer. Good for you, officer. Yes.
no idea whether I'm reliable.
Also, Susie, thank you so much. Says, kilt stream, please. I don't own a kilt. Kilts are expensive. So probably not.
Or not.
All I know
Yeah, you won't even see the
is
kilt.
you're wearing a monkey suit.
A monkey suit? I believe it's a police uniform and a badge. But that's fine. I get what you're trying to do. You're mad at the badge, not at me. I'm just trying to go
I
home every
don't
day.
trust the badge.
Okay,
So basically, you're generalizing. That's a really bad habit to get into. It pretty much makes you hateful towards people you don't even know and have never met.
okay, you don't have to trust me, but I not that I don't trust you, I can't trust you because I don't know you. Okay, I stop hundreds
Okay.
and
that's-
possibly thousands of people every year, and I have to survive each of those contacts for
And I
a
understand
duration of 25 years.
that. I understand that.
I know how to do that, and I know how I want people to react if they do have a firearm, and so that's what I go off of. Okay.
And I was willing to compromise with you.
Yeah, it's not really a compromise situation. It's you are required by law to do certain things and you're not doing them. It's not you get to have your say. It's this is how it works. Do it or face consequences. Anyway, squirrel. So it's reference to Andre. Andre, thank you so much. The chat comment was squirrel. It's a thing. Oh, I'm receiving in Discord cases of Heibel versus 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada, Humboldt County regarding 4th and 5th Amendment. Is that a Supreme Court case? It's in Oyez. Yes. All right. Question is Heibel's arrest and conviction for not telling a police officer's name violates 5th Amendment right not to incriminate himself and his 4th Amendment right to be free from unreasonable search? No. In a 5-4 opinion written by Justice Anthony Kennedy, the court ruled that the search did not violate the 4th Amendment because it was based on reasonable suspicion. The police officer was investigating the assault and Heibel was nearby and involved only a minimal intrusive question, his name. It also did not violate the 5th Amendment because Heibel never argued that telling the officer his name would actually incriminate him of any crime. That's right. 5th Amendment is the right to be free from self-incrimination. And your name is generally not going to be related to self-incrimination because it's your name. It isn't inherently about a crime. So yes, Heibel, I'm going to say Heibel. Heibel versus 6th Judicial, words are hard. Heibel versus 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada, Humboldt County. That is the case, 2004. Thank you very much. That is wonderful to have because it was bothering me. Also, Archangel, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. Hey, it's Friday. It sure is. Thank you so much. Good to have you here. Sam, I am. Thank you for being a member for 7 months. Says my brother wore a formal tux kilt for a wedding. Hell yeah. I've never done that, but I would. I feel like I would. Susie, thanks so much. Says a toga will do, sir. I bet. Let's keep going.
But you're not willing to compromise. You want it
What
your
is the
way.
compromise?
I am willing to put it on the dash or even to allow
Okay.
you to put it on the dash. I am
I would
not
like to do that.
willing to allow you to remove it from my vehicle.
Okay. I
Why?
can work with you on that a little bit. If I'm going to put it on your dash, I'm going to unload it first.
That's fine.
Okay. Will you put your hands on your head with your fingers crossed so I can remove it from you? Thank you.
Oh, it's so difficult.
I appreciate that.
18 inches.
Any other firearms with you?
No. Can I put my hands down now?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, folks, you can just assume I'm
Could
wearing
keep them at
kilts
least
because you can't
visible,
see.
That would be wonderful.
All right, what's the
Now,
firearm?
can I
Was it a revolver? I wasn't looking. I just feel like it is. Of course, it's a revolver. I just assumed. I don't know why. I think it's because I've seen this video before. What is that? Is that a Smith & Wesson governor? Is that a judge? Ah, it's the handle.
Any other firearms with you?
No.
I'm probably completely off.
Can I put my hands down now?
Yes, ma'am.
Cindy Sue, thank you.
If you could keep them at least visible.
If you send me a Roman Legion uniform, a reasonable Roman Legion uniform, I will probably wear it on stream. We know my address now. Don't abuse that. Viking outfit, Shannon, if you find me a reasonable and not inappropriate Viking outfit and you send it to me, I might wear it on stream. I recommend checking with me first before engaging that course of action, both of you.
That would be wonderful.
Now, can I begin?
Okay, I'm glad you brought up. I know interruptions, Denver. I'm glad you brought up utility kilts because I love utility kilts. I think they just feel so useful. I say feel. They seem so useful. If I was getting a kilt, it would probably be one of those.
Going over this paperwork with me
Let-
that you're
let-
going
let-
to thoroughly
Start a
disagree
GoFundMe
with me
for a
on
kilt.
anyway.
I'm not saying I'm going to disagree with you. It may be legitimate, okay?
It is legitimate.
Okay.
No, it's not legitimate. No one needs that amount of paperwork for a traffic stop.
Okay. What? I know. Interruptions. Chat is having a time right now. What's wrong with the toga? Asked Susie. Nothing. And thank you, Susie. But there's like half of my chest would be uncovered, which is probably what you're all looking for. It's not that good of a chest, I tell you right now. I'm a little unfit. Less fit than I would like to be anyway. Mawashi instead of a kilt. I don't know what that is, but I bet it's worse. As in the coverage. We're Googling that right now. I must know. Chat is having a time, and I'm curious. Behave yourselves. Mawashi. That's exactly what I was expecting. Not exactly, but it was very much in line with, oh no, there's a Memorial Day sale on medieval collectibles. Okay. What belt size? 34. I'm trying to get back to 32, but right now it's 34. Anything else generally going to be a large. There you go. There. Now you know. Okay, let's get back to the video.
All you need to
I have to
produce
stop looking at
is your
chat.
valid license, registration, and insurance, which I'm certain you are going to struggle to produce.
Okay.
I've done
Well, that's
my
fine.
research on my own.
Once I get this done, we'll move on with the rest of the stop.
It would have been a lot easier just to push the deal.
You don't get to decide how things go. Okay. I'm all
I
about
was just,
I'm all about respecting you and trying to work with you.
I was
but-
trying to be helpful.
You were not. I was
Yes,
I was asking
yes,
you
I-
to do something.
No.
I was
You were
talking.
refusing to.
I was talking about with getting the bullets out of the gun. I was just trying. It would have been easier and faster to get the bullets out if you'd have pushed the release.
Okay.
That's all I was
Well,
trying to
before
say.
that-
He'll figure it
And
out, lady.
things
Don't
would have
worry.
gone easier and quicker had you just given him your firearm when he asked for it. But you had to play your silly games.
I was giving you a lawful order, and you were refusing to obey that.
Sorry.
For personal feelings, I understand
I'm
that.
looking at
You do not prefer
costumes.
it that way. But there's times during a traffic stop or an interaction with
My gun
police,
is
you
still
have to
not on my
set your
dash.
personal opinion or feelings aside
You
to
agreed
obey a lawful
to
order.
put my weapon on my dash.
Afterwards.
No.
Correct.
You
After I
agreed
told you-
to put my
Okay,
weapon.
we're gonna stop this. I'm
on
gonna wait for the
dash.
chief. We'll go from there. I'm gonna put it on the dash now. You need to not reach for it, and I'm gonna put it on that side. Will you roll that window down?
I have to turn.
Just turn it to the on. Yeah, accelerator on. That's fine.
I love that she thinks she's in control here.
Wow, just look at the state of this truck. No hood and All those sharp edges to nick yourself on as you pass by. And yes, apparently driving without a hood is illegal in Oregon.
Huh. Well, there you go. I didn't realize her hood. I saw that it was gone. I didn't even register. Also, apparently wearing a tux means I can interrupt people, and it doesn't matter. I've seen you, Chad. I see that. So I'm going to have to wear a suit more often so that people don't get so upset about it. Or a tux, at least. Maybe I'll do like a Barney Stinson like suit tour one of these days. I won't. But I'm thinking about it. But I won't. Anyway, we'll keep going. We're actually 8.5 minutes into this. We're doing all right, compared to how I usually do with sovereign citizens.
But an unroadworthy truck is the least of her problems right now.
Biking Grandma! I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. I remember when I thought it was Bikini Grandma? Yeah, that still keeps me up at night. It doesn't. I feel like it's been a while. Good to have you here. Also, cerebral tackle. I'm sorry. Well, I'm already stopped. I know. Interruptions. Thank you so much. As a fun fact, I'm always naked from the waist down during my vid and live. Sorry, not sorry. You don't know that I'm not. You know that I'm not wearing it. Just imagine that I'm wearing a kilt. Pretend. It's so breezy down here. Anyway.
Right here until the Chief's here. Okay, where's your identification?
T-shirt with a tux. Yes. I'm going to do it to spite you.
Fine with me.
All right.
Is there a reason you're being difficult? I'm trying to give you every opportunity to...
Quite honestly, I don't feel like repeating myself. And if I go through all this with you, then I have to go over it yet again with the chief.
I mean, that's fair, because the officer did say, all right, fine, we'll stop and wait for the chief to arrive. So that feels kind of fair. Now, I don't know if Oregon requires you to call the chief in, or if the chief's just available and is like, no, definitely call me in for things like this. But I don't necessarily disagree with her logic. I disagree with her in general, but that's fair. Fair where fair is due.
Okay.
I don't feel like repeating myself.
Okay.
So, I am not refusing to identify. I am simply requesting that you take into account that there's more to it than maybe even what you know.
If there was something more to know about his job, then he would not be hearing it for the first time on the side of the road from somebody driving a truck in this state. Trust me.
I know, you're an officer and you think you know all the laws. Sorry, but nobody knows all the laws.
I've never claimed to.
No, it's true, but I feel like the officer knows a little bit more than she does.
I feel bad for anybody that has to.
So...
Okay, so this is where the chief arrives, and as he's the chief, this is obviously not his first rodeo when dealing with soft sits.
So, Chief, will you roll that window down for the chief so he can hear everything that's being said? So I have the firearm now, it's clear from her. So, essentially, pros, I know she had the firearm, not a big deal.
Okay, so there's a bit of a distance between me and the screen. I saw his finger, and I thought it was rust on the firearm. I just went, what? Is that a rusty revolver? What is she doing? It's his finger. I'm sorry. You didn't even need to know that. It's fine.
I asked her if it was a firearm that she'd point at it or tell me instead of reaching it. She reached for it. Anyway, I asked her to put her hands on her head so I could remove it from her and take it back to my vehicle to secure it during the rest of the stop because she's mildly argumentative. She refused to do that. We ended up coming to a compromise. She let me take it off her and unload it. So it's been a bit of a confrontation. I've asked her for a license multiple times. She said she wouldn't give it until you got here, so that's where we're at. So can I have your license?
I don't want to repeat myself.
Okay, can I have your license, please?
Just real quick, man. Just so you know, my name's Chief Bruce. So I got my camera going through this.
Tim,
Okay.
I've got my camera recording as well.
Okay.
Now, as I told you before I relinquish my information, I am going to go over this paperwork.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
not up to you, lady.
Your paperwork is garbage, lady. We all know it, and luckily the chief knows it too, and calls her out on it before she even has the chance to get past the first page.
So, as you're asking me for my driver's license, I do want you to know is it's right of a citizen to travel upon the public highways.
Oh,
and
right of a
transport
citizen to
property.
travel on a public highway. That's a sovereign citizen. All right, we've gotten there. Great. Good to know.
Thereon, by horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile.
She's citing, by the way, well, she's going to be citing part of a Supreme Court case that is says either the opposite or has been clarified in subsequent cases. It's fine.
Is not a mere privilege which may be permitted or prohibited at will, but a common right which he has under his right to life, liberty.
Yeah, it's a common right. However, the state, I think in this case would be the city, the municipality, depending on the case, I think it was the city, has the right to regulate the use of an automobile in the name of public safety. And then later it became the right of a state. When it was like, yeah, cities can't issue their own licenses because when you had an automobile, a city was kind of like the most dangerous place for it. They weren't really going super fast, but in a city where there's a lot of people, yeah, there's a lot more potential to hit somebody. Out in like rural countryside, less people. It's not like today. And so initially was cities could require people to be licensed or have rules and regulations that apply to automobiles, and then later became the states. History. Law has history. It doesn't just come to being all at once. So what she's citing, she is missing the second half of it.
In the pursuit of happiness. Under this constitutional guarantee, one may, therefore, under normal conditions, travel at his inclination along the public highways or in public places.
Except?
And while conducting himself in an orderly and decent manner, neither interfering with nor disturbing another's rights, he will be protected, not only in his person, but in his safe conduct.
And the next paragraph, you're going to like cite where that's from or no?
And I can give you where to find that if you would like.
Do it.
The U.S. Supreme Court has already squashed that, so...
No, the U.S. Supreme Court has not.
U.S. Supreme Court has. There have been several rulings on that. Many courts have referenced these rulings in much more recent years, but we're talking like 1930s. The Supreme Court went, oh yeah, by the way, this is how it works. And yeah, you have the right to travel. Egress, ingress, travel within a state. However, it can be subjected to certain laws in the interest of public safety and other things, et cetera, et cetera. And so she is missing the correct part of that, because obviously the correct part of that works against her.
Yeah, but you do have a right to travel. You have a right to travel by your feet or your horse, but you have to have a driver's license.
You have the right to travel by, what do you say, feet? Yeah, you want to travel, go walk somewhere. You want to do it in a car, be the passenger. You want to drive, you need a license. Sort of like how I have to have a license to fly a plane, right? Like, why don't sovereign citizens question that? Okay, it has happened. It's just much more rare, weirdly, because they're not out there flying planes. They can't afford a plane. Although there's planes very affordable. I've looked into it. Not that I actually want to fly a plane. I was just curious. But yeah, there are a lot of rules you got to learn and to know and follow with a plane. But a car, for some reason, no, doesn't quite compute. Moving on.
And the chief is spot on. The US Supreme Court has never ruled that a driver's license is unconstitutional. In fact, they have ruled time and time again that the right to travel does not include the right to operate a motor vehicle on a public road without the proper credentials, whether it's commercial or not. Instead of reading from cherry-picked court cases from crap you've downloaded from the internet, you should maybe go read the 10th Amendment, because it allows each state the right to implement traffic laws how they see fit. But to her credit, she does produce her license. Well, kind of, even though it's suspended.
Okay, we can argue this later, so you need to provide the officer with your driver's license or you will be arrested for failure to carry and present.
Yeah, get it. And we have the Oregon statute here, which is ORS 807.570. Failure to carry or present license.
Failure to carry and present a driver's license. That's a Class C misdemeanor in the state of Oregon.
Without a crime, it is not a failure.
So you have to let go of it. You have to
Why
present it to him.
Why do I have to let go of it?
Well, what if it's a... Sorry, Mandalorian. What if it's a fake? You need to be able to inspect it. Pretty simple stuff.
Question to ask is, why do you have to be so...
Did you do it again? No. Shay2, thank you so much for gifting membership. That is a coin flip. I have a little bit left from an old bottle of apple juice. Hess versus Pawlowski, 1927. There's one that's after that, from the 30s. Inflatable T-Rex costume? I'm in. That is a heads. Hess versus Pawlowski. Is Hess versus Pawlowski, is that Supreme Court or is that Circuit Court? Doesn't matter. Says motor vehicles are dangerous machines, and even when skillfully and carefully operated, their use is attended by serious dangers to persons' property, which is only kind of increased with like how fast they go now. In the public interest, the state may make and enforce regulations reasonably calculated to promote care on the part of all residents and non-residents alike who use its highways. I want to say Hess was not a Supreme Court ruling, but is still pretty heavily cited, if I remember correctly. That was 1927. We also have Reitz versus Mealy. Yep, 1941. That's a good one. Is Reitz Supreme Court? The use of the public highways by motor vehicles with its consequent dangers renders the reasonableness and necessity of regulations apparent. The universal practice is to register ownership of automobiles and to license their drivers. Any appropriate means adopted by the states to ensure competence and care on the part of its licensees and to protect others using the highways consonant with due process. This is Supreme Court. Oh, perfect. Well, there you go. All right. I didn't call out all the people who got memberships because it's been kind of crazy. But let me hit you with the people who just got it just now. Lisa, you got a membership. And Beetle Jesse, Ernie Tetrol, U235, Uwu, Biking Grandma, Bikini Grandma, not really. Andre, Logan, Captain Clown, just getting around, WPNS 175. PNS. I don't know if that's intentional. Krista Mischler, and I think that's all of them. You are now members. You get to find out how useless being a member of this channel is. I'm kidding. I'm working on putting up stuff. I almost just gave away what I'm assuming. So what kind of apple juice? What apples it comes from? Wait for it. Ooh, yeah, you hear that? This is gonna kill me. This has been here for a while. That's held up pretty well. Ooh, that's aged very nicely, that apple juice. Woo, but it still kicks like a mule. Now that I know how a mule kicks, it's a saying. I did grow up in farm country, though, so I have a general idea. All right. John Cody says, I love being a member. Well, now, to be fair, you do get a free super chat, which is basically the equivalent of, like, so you get basically the equivalent of a $5 super chat if you are a member, one per month. And the membership, I think, is like $4.99. So if you're going to pay for a super chat anyway, you're basically getting one for free or the exact price. And you get some videos, some behind-the-scenes stuff. And once I start putting out videos again, you may get them early depending on what my schedule is for releasing, which is pretty much non-existent now. So, ooh, I didn't care much for this apple juice when I first had it. It just it didn't feel all that special. I'm appreciating it a lot more now. I think maybe it just needed a little bit of airing out. Mules kick like mules. It's good to know. All right, let's keep going.
Insufferable. Just hand over your license.
I prevented it. You can see it.
Do you have a concealed handgun license with you?
No.
Oh,
Do you have
no.
insurance for the vehicle?
You gotta have that. Right, driving
Not
uninsured,
required.
prohibited, ORS 806.010.
Whether you
do
feel
you
it's
think perhaps she has paperwork on carrying concealed firearm without a permit to do so? You can carry I think in Washington you can carry a firearm unconcealed. Well, in a car though. Car makes it slightly different for reasons in some places. But she was carrying concealed, so I'll have to see the paperwork on that.
required or not.
Second Amendment, read some Supreme Court cases. It's a little more complicated than that. Oh, there's good. I don't necessarily agree with them, but the logic is pretty good. I think they ignore some arguments in favor of others, and I probably would have ruled differently if I was Supreme Court Justice, which I never will be, because I think there were things that were just not taken into account. But the rulings, for example, D.C. versus Heller, that's a good. If you like reading court cases, that's a great one. I want to say Juan Galt, who's sometimes in here, he was part of that. There's another one that came out a couple years ago, if even that further clarified. Very interesting cases. I think I would have taken more stock in some of the arguments that were made that the Supreme Court's like, nah. But they back up what they're saying, I'll tell you that.
Do you have insurance information? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Do you have registration information? Whether it's required in your opinion
it's
or
no.
not, do you have
I don't know if it's here in the car or not.
Okay, so you just don't know. Okay, that's fine. I'll be back.
Crime sword.
Translation:
after
She
that?
doesn't have the car registered, and why would she? Take a look at the state of it. It
Wait, hold
probably
on.
shouldn't
sorry,
even be.
Sorry, Van. Sorry. DC versus Heller was about. So Washington D.C., I believe, if I remember correctly, it was a statute that required you to, if you had a firearm in your home, it had to be disassembled. And then I guess Heller was like, "But how do I defend myself with a disassembled firearm?" And it went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court's like, "Yeah, how do you do that?" The Second Amendment is for basically personal defense, and personal defense in the home is pretty strong. Although it did have some effects on some other things. I think that New York and California might have gotten hit by some of the aftermath of that, which I don't necessarily disagree with. I'm not against regulating firearms. I think it has to be reasonable regulation. I mean, 10-round magazines seems a little low for like a handgun. But get good at reloading, I guess. Or don't live in Washington or California or New York, maybe? I don't know what New York is. But Washington, yeah, you can only have 10-round magazines if you're outside of your home. And to be fair, tangents. In the home, I was grandfathered in. I have larger capacity magazines. I mean, larger capacity magazines come with the firearm that I bought anyway. But 10 rounds for home defense seems low. 10 rounds out in public, I don't think is unreasonable, because you're not carrying a firearm to stop the threat. You're carrying a firearm to defend yourself, which can mean to get away. Get good at reloading, I guess. If you need more than 30 rounds, let's say round in the magazine, then 2 more on your belt or wherever. If you need more than 30 rounds to stop the threat, I have additional questions. Because, I mean, needing 30 rounds to get away, there aren't too many situations where that will happen. There are situations, and I know, controversial. No, so much controversy. I have some thoughts. I don't terribly like the 10-round thing. I understand it, if that makes sense. I don't want my opinions to get in the way of the reasonableness or lack thereof. It's a thing. I mean, I could have a conversation for an hour about that, about various situations like, should you own a machine gun? Should you not? But Andre says, but you are also military. You are trained. You can get training better than anything I received as a civilian. It's gonna cost money, but you can. But that is a fair point. I'm confident in my abilities. Other people, maybe not so much. I've fired thousands of rounds of ammunition. I have been trained on multiple weapon systems. I have a significant amount of training on certain things. Not all things, but certain things. There is training I'm lacking because it just never came up that I kind of would like to have, but don't really have time or reason to. But as a civilian, yeah, owning a firearm and becoming proficient on it is expensive. It's like ammo and costs of classes, which I do recommend. But it's a whole thing. Sorry. Yeah, if you need 30 rounds, you shouldn't need a gun. Or you shouldn't be using a gun. Try a fly swatter, says Lisa. It's a thing. Guns. Great tools. They're just tangents. I don't want to go on this tangent because it's going to be a tangent. I'll say this last thing and I got to get out of here with this tangent because it's going to go down a rabbit hole. I feel like we shouldn't go down for this video. But one last thing. A gun is a very useful tool. It's a very effective tool. There are people who treat it like it's a toy. I disagree with that. I disagree with that very strongly. I don't think that you should not own a firearm, but I think you should treat it like it is. A weapon. Something that is designed to kill. I'm not interested in having a toy that can kill me. My gun is a tool for the defense of my person and the lives of others. I get a lot of questions like, why don't you own more guns? You're military. You're military police. Don't you like guns? I appreciate guns. I respect guns. They are not toys to me. They are dangerous tools that require skill and training. And if there are rules that require people to be skilled and trained for their firearms, I do not necessarily disagree with that. Although there are certainly limitations to what you can require someone to be in regards to training and skill before they are allowed to own a firearm. It's a whole thing. I have friends who own just armories, and good for them. Hell yeah, let me come over and shoot. But they will never be toys, no matter how many you have. That is my rant. We got to end it there before I completely forget what we're watching today. Anyway.
On the road, they'd be doing her and the people of
Lawn
Oregon
darts, Dark Messenger. Fair enough.
by towing it away.
I never had the pleasure of using them. Oh, sorry. Tangents. Let's keep going.
Plus, she has no concealed carry license, no insurance, and probably no registration either. So she's doing really well.
Gina, this is the deal, okay? You need to step out of the vehicle because you're being placed under arrest for carrying a concealed firearm.
Shocking. I mean, I feel like she should be placed under arrest, not just for carrying a concealed firearm, although that is a good reason to arrest her, but also failure to ID. Now, carrying a concealed firearm is definitely more arrestable in a technical sense. I was surprised the officer didn't ask her to step out, because then it could be obstruction, potentially. Failure to obey if Oregon, Washington, it's close enough. If Oregon has statutes on that. There are a lot of things that could be put into play. Some of them were options that were not pursued, but yeah, now that I've rambled enough to have my brain process it, this is probably the best thing to arrest her for. The best thing to stick. Because if you arrest this person for something, whatever you arrest them for has to basically stay. And then everything else that they've done wrong, you also put on. For that original arrest, the original charge, you want that to be the most solid part of it. Because if you get rid of that and say, well, we're just going to keep charging them with this, the argument becomes, well, it was an unlawful arrest then, so nothing else should stick. Because if you aren't charging with the original crime, then it must not have happened. It's bad for prosecution, I'll tell you that. So, yeah, making that the reason for arrest, don't disagree with that.
You're placing me under arrest for a concealed firearm.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask what led you to that decision?
Okay, well, you're carrying
Judy.
a concealed firearm. And that's
The
a
cigarette,
crime in
yeah.
Oregon.
Ma'am, do you recall I asked you if that was a gun underneath your jacket?
And I said yes.
Okay, so
you
by me
admitted
not
it.
being able to tell whether it was a gun or not, it was not in open plain view, right?
Under your
Okay,
jacket.
So it would have been concealed if I can't tell that it's a gun.
You could
Yep.
obviously see the butt of it.
If you got your sweatshirt covering that gun, it's concealed. An open carry is open carry. Nothing obstructing the firearm or the holster that it's in.
feels
So had it
accurate.
been on the dash or like flat on the passenger seat,
Or had it been on your side without a sweatshirt covering it, that's not concealed. But you have it under
So
clothing,
now
that's
you guys
concealed.
want to know.
Nothing about the law surrounding guns is nitpicking,
Okay, after the
especially in this
incident,
instant.
it
Like he
went
said,
into
the officer.
chimney. The lawn darts. Sorry, chat. You are outdoing yourself today. I am loving this. When I say that I love doing these streams because I get to interact with you guys, I mean it. It's the shoot. You know, I never figured out how to say this because I was like, I know who this is. I don't. Is that Chad? Right? Leducator? How's it going? I feel like it's been a while. How's Ironton? The case is you know which guy. I assume you know which case I'm talking about. Not too shabby. The filings in it. I'm not saying you have anything to do with it, but don't think I've forgotten Ironton. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. If you need another luncheon. How long ago was that? Was that a year ago? A little over a year? I mean, we could do that again. Get something for the police department out there. Anyway, sorry. Moving on.
Had to ask you if you were carrying because the firearm wasn't in view. That's the opposite of nitpicking.
And additionally, it's also
Holding
a crime
bow and
to
arrow
present-
can be considered a concealed weapon. Sorry. Starting tangents. That would depend on the statute. If the statute is specifically about firearms, no. If it's about a weapon in general, yes. Griff Guy, no. No. It's going to make the beeps. All right, Queen of the North. You are a member. IRK, you are a member. Christine, you are a member. Laws and Box, you are a member. One Day at a Time, you are a member. I should look into seeing if I can get the membership stuff to trigger the train of truth. But I will give you a coin flip for that. Because that technically is past the limit financially. Cat Girl. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hope my shenanigans and inability to stay on topic distract you in a positive way from that situation. And don't worry, if you want to be distracted, the Twitch stream after this, it's probably going to get weird. Because I have a VR headset that may work. Just saying. Is it really 35 gift membership to this stream? That's insane. Insane. Insane is now a thing. Shay. And when do we get the handcuffs and habaneros? I still have the habaneros in my fridge. I don't know if they're still good. I have the handcuffs. Listen. Whiskey, thank you so much, by the way. And James, oh my God. Thank you. That's another. You want the handcuffs? We could flip for the handcuffs. Yeah. Once I'm out of the apple juice, which is about to be very, very soon, it's going to be flips for handcuffs. All right. Aunt B, Joe Spielberger, Fam Rutz, Michelle Hog? Hague? The Hague. You are all members now. That is Tails, though. Ha ha! Ha ha! Wait, no, I have two of these, don't I? Do I? That is also a Tails. Yes. Whew! Oh, thank goodness. Hey, you guys are wonderful, by the way. If I forget to say it, which I hope I don't, you guys are the best. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for being here as I ramble my way through this. I know it's not for everybody. I know it's distracting, weird, and chaotic, and squirrel. But I just really enjoy hanging out with you guys. It's good times. It's good times. Let's keep doing this.
Me with a driver's license, knowing that it's suspended. I see you were convicted of driving while suspended in December, late December of 2021, which was only a few months ago. Additionally, you haven't been reinstated at all since then. So there's a pretty good inclination that you knew you were suspended and knew that license was not valid. That's also a crime in the state of Oregon.
James! Okay, I'm going to have to find a way to see if I can get the gift memberships to trigger things. Mile High Geeks. Sherry Tilly, Home Chef, Okodro, and Shalina, you are all members. Congratulations. We're going to run out of people to give memberships, too. There's like everyone here is just going to be a member. And like you're going to gift memberships and it's going to go nowhere. I wonder what would happen. What would happen? Would just like give an extra month to somebody? Probably. All right, there's a coin flip, though. Do a fancy coin flip. There's something wrong with this coin. But I don't mind, because it means I don't have to drink apple juice. I feel like it feels like cheating. Like I don't think it is. But like statistically this is wrong. Right? Where's my real coin? I'm not cheating, but it feels like I am. It's just, is it on the ground? No, that's a that's just, why do I have this here? This is an M4 magazine. Why are you there? microphone. It's gone. Oh, no, Mav. Okay. J Car, Vito M, Resgar, excuse me, Lonely Souls, and Alan S. You are now members. Welcome to the party. Okay, surely we're giving you another one because that was another Tails. There's something wrong here. Oh, Jesus. No. Oh, wow. It's Tails. How did that happen? I've also hit my keyboard. I'm sorry, it's Heads. How did that happen?
Taking something that you have no legal.
Where was I? Sorry, that. Wow, somehow you got so lucky that it was a Heads. Before we get into that, low speed belly drag. Again, always, as always, love your name. Thank you so much. As Blue Bacon! What did I even say there? Blue Bacon! Oh my god! What is a food combo you like, but most people find weird or mortifying? Also, the army said your weapon is dirty. My weapon is actually dirty right now. I need to clean it. My firearm, no euphemisms. Pineapple on pizza. But with white sauce. We've had this conversation before. Yeah, pineapple on pizza is great with white sauce. That's the winning combo. If you're like, oh, I've had pineapple on pizza and I didn't care for it. Did you do it with white sauce? That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. I don't know if that's mortifying per se. I do dip French fries in milkshakes, and I stand by that. Some people might dislike that. I do not care. You are not eating my French fries. I am. When I eat a Hungry Man dinner, have you ever had the microwave Hungry Man dinner? God, it's so distracting. I love it. Do I, though? The ones that come with the brownie. So there's one. It's like chicken strips, corn, and then a brownie, and then maybe something else. I don't know. I dip the chicken strips in the brownie. Some people might think that's horrific. I've been doing it since I was a kid. I'm not stopping now, baby. Not stopping. Anyway, spinach puffs. Never had that. Pineapple on pizza is the devil's work. That's Denver. I knew people would have problems. Raw onions and cheese whiz. Andre, I bet I could get behind that. I'm very limited experience with cheese whiz, but I feel like I could get behind that. Garlic cheese bread and warm white sauce? Yes. White sauce is dipping sauce? People are like, oh yeah, just get like marinara sauce dipping sauce. Then it's just a pizza. White sauce dipping sauce? Oh, people are missing out. Pineapple and banana pepper pizza. Verified knows what's up. You know what's up. Yes. Fries and the milkshake thing? Yeah, I'm telling you. All right. Team Tina says, I don't remember how to turn on to receive a gift membership. I think it's automatic. It's just... it goes by order of people who have interacted with the channel. So the more you interact with the channel, the more likely you are to get it, I think. Flip and place on the back of the hand. All right, Mike and Grandma, we're doing this for the time. But we do have a thing. We have some apple juice to finish off. This might be the last one. Oh, yeah. Where's it? Oh, found it. That's the right one. Oh, we got a tiniest little bit more. Just the tiniest bit. I've given you some freebies today, so that'll count for the next one. Oh yeah, that was good. That's a much better one. Oh, you do have to turn it on. Oh. I don't know how YouTube works. I only stream on it once a week. Yes. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, let me give you the pizza I get. If you know Mod Pizza, basically it's like the Subway of pizzas. There are other chains that do the same thing. You know, you say I want a pizza, and they say what sauces do you want, what vegetables do you want, what meat do you want, and it's all the same price. Subway of pizza. Pizza, white sauce with the garlic. No. Yeah, garlic rub, and then it's Asiago mozzarella and Parmesan cheese, and it is spicy chicken sausage, grilled chicken, pepperoni, and bacon for the meats. And then the vegetables are red onions, jalapenos, black olives, pineapple. What was it? Pineapple, black olives, jalapenos, red onions. Yes, it's a lot. And then it goes in the oven. Take it out, and you get a balsamic glaze, or like a drizzle. And then a buffalo sauce. And that is my... I mean, it is so many things going on at once. And I love it. If it was calzone, I would probably eat it every day until I exploded. Oh, God, I haven't had a calzone in a good long time. Best calzone, I'm telling you right now. Germany. And they closed while I was there. It was very upsetting. Because they had the most amazing calzones. Or calzone. There's one specific calzone. I don't know if any of the other ones are good. I assume they were. Incredible. It was the onions. Oh. And then they closed. And we kept, like, going back. And, like, wow, they keep being closed so often. We didn't read German. And then some, like, German citizen, as we were there, was like, oh, yeah, it is no longer open, but, like, in very broken English. So, like, we finally pieced it together. Like, oh, yeah, the last 3 times we went, and they weren't open. Because sometimes they just aren't open, you know? It's because they are no longer in business, I guess. I don't know. I miss those calzones. That was years ago. That was 2015. Lori Marie, thanks so much. Says, looking quite dapper this evening. Oh, thank you. You noticed? Oh, this old thing? Thank you. All right, let's finish this video.
Legal right to take.
Again, not the place for the argument.
I have not even said that I'm going to...
Wait! We're going back. I have a thing for that.
World consequences. It's disgusting.
Sorry, excuse me.
So I'm pretty kept up to date. And again,
I've
if
done my
I'm wrong,
research.
I'll eat crow later. Okay, but this isn't the
Eating
place
crow
for it.
later is not going to help me.
Okay, well it might. So, go, ma'am. Go ahead and step out of the
In the
vehicle. You are under
meantime,
arrest.
you guys are taking something that you have no legal right to take.
Again, not the place for the argument.
I have not even said that.
Not the place for the argument. Okay, first of all, Turbine. No, that is an M4 magazine. That is from the Army. They were getting rid of them, and the armorer said, take them. And so now I have some. I don't know why that one's there. But where he says, this is not the place for the argument, I have a thing for that, which is why I have this key. And I get to introduce you to this if you're not a member. Some of you are brand new members. You probably haven't had time to check this out. But some of you have seen this already. I have this box here. So, I'm sorry. Is this not the place for the argument? Let me just... Okay, first of all, the key, it's not just for show. And it doesn't work. Okay, well, all that fuss, it wasn't plugged in. For real this time, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't work. Here we go. Oh, what's that? Not the place for your argument? Oh, it's so good. I love that. I love this. I made that animation yesterday. I am very happy with it. Before, it made an explosion. I don't know where that video file is anymore, so I made a new one. I thought this would be great, and I'll make that other one. I'll do the smoke and fire simulation in 3D, whatever, as when I get to it. It's very time-consuming, or it can be. God, it's so good. Do we want it again? Chat, let me know if we want it again. I will wait. I feel like I want it again. It's so simple. It's just it just has this like 80s vibe to me anyway that I just love. So good. I'm doing it again. Heck. There's a delay. We're doing it. I've been rewatching this so many times over the last day. Just like okay, we're doing it. It's happening. Oh, I love it so much. This is what your donations buy. Things like this. I want you to know that. If you're like, oh, also these. No, this was a gift. Never mind. Don't forget that. But this button was a gift. This I bought. This I bought. I drilled into it, cut it, wired it, made that thing. You are buying my time to do dumb things like this. I'm doing it again. It makes me so happy. Yeah, sorry. It's the first time we get to do it. So, Anyway, let's keep going.
That I'm going to tow it yet, but we need you to step out now so we can get you in custody safely, and then we'll go from there. So please face that way.
And she just does what she
Face that
wants,
way.
doesn't
Put your
she?
hands behind your back.
Ow!
Good.
Would you
Do
please
you
be
need 2 sets
gentle?
of cuffs?
I have a right shoulder injury.
Okay.
So
See if we
please
hold
be
this
gentle.
arm. We'll put 2 sets of cuffs on you.
And please,
We'll do our very best. I'm only,
John,
I'm
sorry,
only limited by
interruptions. I know she's getting arrested. John says, "I have 10 from my time in the army." Yeah, they just like get rid of. You just like take it. Like I don't armorer. I don't want to give his name. I just remembered it the other day, for whatever reason. Nope, popped in my head. I'm not gonna give his name. Yeah, you just like take it. We don't want it, and now I have it. I had to do an interview for a job. I did a polygraph. Like, have you ever stolen from a job? And I was like, does this count? I had permission. And like, do you think it was wrong? I'm like, no, I had permission. I was pretty much ordered by someone higher ranking to take it. He goes, I don't know if that's right. I went, cool. And then I passed the polygraph. So I don't know. But no, like, okay, yeah, I assume this would work in an AR-15. This is 100% an M4 magazine, like an old ass. I assume. Okay, here's my thought. They got a new shipment in, and then they were like, "Yeah, just ship them out to be destroyed, or do whatever. Who cares?" And the armorer is just like, it happens. Weirdly, it just happens. They're like, "Yep, we just got a bunch of stuff. You want it?" Which is fair because the army has taken a lot of my money for weird and random things. So I'm not too upset about it if they are offering me things. I don't even have an AR-15. But I have the magazines in case I get it. I don't have Penny here. I usually don't have her here on Fridays. We send her out. There are a lot of cables that I worry she'll trip on. But anyway, I will tell you this. The apple juice is starting to kick in. It took its sweet, sweet time. I did have a lot of food today. Well, I didn't have a lot of food today. I had a big dinner. So that's been very helpful. So it's going to be a slow burn. But I can tell you right now, I am starting to notice. How much does a tactical tuba cost? God, tubas are so expensive. You can get like a really cheap one. I think the lowest I've ever seen is $500. But like, I doubt the quality. A legitimate tuba, you're looking at probably at least $2,000 to $5,000. And that is why I don't own a tuba. I have one that I can borrow from the army now, which is nice. I've rented one before, which honestly not that expensive, considering the cost of a tuba. I would love to own it, like my own personal tuba for shenanigans. But I have the army's version, and it's a very nice tuba. It needs to be replated a little bit because the nickel silver, I assume, is what it's plated with. There are parts of it that are not, I assume, what they were factory settings. Not how that works, but it's a very nice tuba. I'm not very good at it. I'm okay. Okay, I've lost my coin, which I guess means everything from now on is heads. All right, that's only fair.
by these 2 cups.
Tuba as in the instrument, yes.
It'd be a little better if you were able to hold a little more still.
Flugelhorn, I played flugelhorn. It's just like a larger trumpet. I have my trumpet here. Ladies and gentlemen, a trumpet performance from me. After we finish this video. Difference between a tuba and a sousaphone. All right. Well, now you're just distracting me on purpose. I know, interrupting, stopping and starting is how these streams go. They are the same thing. A tuba, and it's okay. Sousaphone's like a marching tuba. It sort of wraps. It rests on your shoulder, wraps around your body. It's a big old like loop. Whereas generally, like a concert tuba, it's something that rests on your knee. Essentially the same. Sort of like a mellophone and a trumpet are functionally identical. A mellophone has a slightly mellower sound, and I'm told it's better for the lower registry. I never used it for that purpose. I played it for jazz in high school, just to get because it had that mellower, warmer sound. But yeah, now sousaphone's just like a tuba that's meant more for marching.
sorry that I'm not standing still enough for you. I'm a little bit scared.
Oh yeah, flugelhorn, same thing. It's like a trumpet that's just slightly different. Plays like a trumpet. You can play it like a trumpet. I played it like a trumpet. Sousaphone kind of has a bigger bell. It's not. It's shaped differently because it's how it's supposed to be used. Whereas a tuba is sort of like a meh. It goes up. A sousaphone bell is like shunk. It widens quite a bit for whatever reason. That's fair. Mellophone is a marching French horn. Oh, okay. I guess that checks out. I've definitely played it as a trumpet because of the mellower sound of it. I guess it does sound like a French horn. Yeah, that checks out.
Check the tightness on this one.
Play the radio. That's right, Jan. Nice. F or C. I want to say F. Or no, sorry. I want to say C. What am I talking about? Whatever the standards for trumpets. Whatever this thing is, this is what I play it in. Tubas, B flat. There's like F tubas. I don't even know what that means. I'm in the Army band, and let me tell you, I do not... They know what they're doing. I keep up. Sort of. They keep me around because I'm their announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, the 133rd Army Band performing Rosanna by Toto. They like that. I also do video stuff for them. If you've seen my Pokemon video, some of you saw it before I made it private, I believe. We could watch that Pokemon video. Let's finish this, and then I'll on trumpet, and then we're watching the Pokemon video because it's amazing. How many hours have I marched? Not many, honestly.
I'm gonna double lock these just so
Oh, look at that handcuff key. The long handcuff key is so useful because you don't have to be fiddling around. You can be like, yep, just do it from a distance. They're wonderful. They are not it's super expensive, but they're definitely more expensive than the keys that come with the handcuffs. Boop, 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 double locking, taking her to the thing.
So I've uploaded.
And she's done. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around for that. That means we get to do some shenanigans. I haven't played this in a while. There it is. Forgot it. And tequila, etc., etc. Cornet versus trumpet. Honestly, I don't know. I think cornet's just like a smaller version of a trumpet. Oof. I'll give you one more. Neighbors can complain all they want. They've not exactly in the quietest of neighborhoods. I do have this bad boy that I haven't brought out in a while. What did I use this for? It was like to declare things officially, which I've accidentally broken just now and got entangled in wires. I'll tell you, now would be a really bad time to activate the train of truth because I'm tangled up in it. Come on, it's happening. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the stream has pretty much ended. This is the part where we just goof around and go nuts. So if you're wondering why I'm not still talking about the topic, we've talked about the topic. And now it's time for goofy fun. Nope, stop it. Okay. Oh, this is a. I've gotten myself in trouble with this. Okay, you stop that. All right, we're just gonna leave it tangled. No, are we? Yes, tangled up. I'm not convinced this was supposed to happen. Unless I have it backwards. That makes sense. Oops, excuse me. I have a... Yes. Tangled up in the wires, don't mind me. Yeah. In case I need anything officially notated, I can just make something up. Now, if we can fix this and get it untangled from the wires, I can pull this out more often. Sorry, I'm shouting away from the microphone. Don't mind me. It gets weird. Ah, we're good now. You like that? Eh. Oh, it's very long. I love it. Anyway, all right, hold on. Before we get into too many shenanigans, do you guys want to see the Pokemon video? We're gonna watch the Pokemon video, which I filmed, I directed, and filmed and edited for 133rd Army Band. We're gonna watch it. What VR game? I'm playing VR Chat, which is free. All of you could join. Hold on. Bear with me. Highest note I can hit solidly. Oh, God. I actually don't know. Just like I don't know... Oh, there's my mouthpiece. Probably very low. It's that. Whatever that is. I'm so out of practice. That is not high for what I used to be able to do. Denver Yo-Yo, good to have you here. Yeah, it's gotten to the weird part. I do not blame you at all. I'll tell you this. We've gotten to the part that is possibly Kermit singing. Yeah, sorry about your ears. It gets loud. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Oh, you will, Susie. HK Gunner. That's my first sergeant. not actually in it. I'm just working the cameras. This is Camp Murray.
When last you saw our heroes, they were community members of Washington State, serving as teachers, electricians, restaurant servers, or mechanics. But when the call came, they put on the uniform of the Washington National Guard. Now, they support our local food banks, operate community testing sites, assemble test kits, map the spread of COVID-19, and review unemployment claims. We will get through this together, united as one.
It was during the pandemic. We had a lot of fun with that one. That was our annual summer training of 2021, I think. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that. So at the time, the National Guard, us included, we were being tasked. I think at the time I was working the food bank. So I was sorting through food, making sure that it wasn't spoiled, rotten, whatever, and then distributing it to people in need. We had people working on employment claims, just processing the paperwork. We had people, doing all sorts of things to sort of augment the state from the National Guard. And so this was basically us being like, here's what we're doing. Our first sergeant wanted the video, and I convinced them to let me do all sorts of crazy stuff with it. We had a lot of fun. Where are the covers? Yes. So our first sergeant said, don't use covers for this, which is often something that is the case when you're doing performances. When you're playing, generally you will not be wearing covers. I know. I also felt that way. I did not score this. This was Seb Skelly, I think, arranged this music. Also, Takio Onyushi, thank you so much, says, I choose you, Blue Bacon, use taunt. Fair. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. It's super absurd. There's some great shots in it, though. It's so cheesy, but like that was kind of the point. I love it. I still love it. Anyway, if you'll excuse me. Hello, it's me. It's Kermit. This is the thing that happens on these streams sometimes. I know it's weird. Yay! Don't worry about it. If you are not familiar with this, it doesn't make sense to me either. Does it make sense to you? It does not make sense to me. Well, there you go. People like it. Answer yourself, dude. Sorry. It's a thing that happens, and people like it and ask for it. So here we are. Where are you? There you are. I also don't know. I also don't know why. Okay, so moving on. Just gonna speak to this microphone as if it is. How do I don't know. You say it. All right. As if the sound's coming from my mouth. Yes, good. All right, thank you. I have a belated happy birthday to wish somebody. I want to say it was. You know it. I do know it. Do you know it? I don't remember. I was on the ground at the time. Hold on. I do see that Veronica asked why are trombone players always bad men. Right? Hey, listen, that's not always true. It's so true, though. It's kind of true. All right, hold on. Whose birthday? RK says, oh boy, I feel tops WTF entry.
You had to pitch that to him and convince him to do it, right?
Honestly, it didn't take that much convincing. Yeah, he's like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, I just need you to like look intimidating. He's like, yeah, I got that. And I need you to just look at it and go, WTF. He goes, okay. And I'm filming with a drone. He goes, okay. And then I had to not hit him with the drone, which almost happened because I had it close up to his chest, and then he started moving forward, and then I almost didn't pull back quick enough to avoid. I was like, listen, just don't walk into the blades. And I got worried for a second that he was going to. Anyway, Kermit, you got this?
I got this. All right, it was somebody's. Oh God, who was it? Ear bleeding. Yep, got it. Yep. Cormit. That's me. Oh, chat. Did you know who was it? Who was the chat? Somebody's Susie. That's it. It was Susie. I knew it all along. I'm so sorry. It was Susie. Why didn't you tell me? But you also didn't know. That's not true. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy birthday, dear Susie. Happy birthday to you. Yay! And everybody else, any other birthdays? Scott says a couple months. Brock's be getting friendly. Okay. I think I'm a pretty friendly guy, you know. All right, chat. Before we just go over to Twitch, do you have any songs for me to sing? Because why not get a copyright strike on this video? Hey, that's what happens usually.
Yeah. If you have just a couple, just maybe a couple, and then we'll go to Twitch, and we'll be doing more shenanigans on Twitch if we can get Twitch working. Rosanna by Toto. Well, that is fair. I brought it up, and it's a song we do play in the Army Band. I feel like I've done this before. We're doing Rosanna. Oh, is it Happy Birthday, Cindy Sue? How's it go? Oh, by the way, how's it going, Tina? All right. Kermit, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. Don't mind me. The style of Toto.
All right, here we go. Woo! Oh, it's so funky. Trying to get that copyright strike. We're gonna earn it. Wait, pause the record scratch. Twitch handle is Sergeant Blue Bacon. SGTBLUEBACON. That's it, right? Yeah, that's right. SGTBLUEBACON. It's twitch.tv/Sergeant Blue Bacon. Back to the music. You ready, Kermit? I'm ready.
Ooh, Tina Turner is a good choice.
No, that's pretty good. I think I know like a song.
All right, cool.
Are we gonna do us now? I'm a ghost! You hit the wrong button!
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, we fixed it. All I wanna do when I wake up in the morning is see your eyes. Rosanna, Rosanna. I never thought that a girl like you could ever care for me. Rosanna. All I want to do in the middle of the evening is hold you tight. Rosanna, Rosanna. I didn't know you were looking for more than I could ever need. Not quite a year since she ran away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah.
They're saying get it together. Oh, you get it together. You're supposed to be singing. Oh, I am supposed to be singing.
Meet you all the way. bay still shining through the window on the other side. Rosanna, Rosanna, I didn't know that a girl like you could make me feel so sad. Rosanna. All I want to tell you is now you'll never ever have to compromise. Rosanna, Rosanna, I never thought that losing you could ever hurt so bad. Oh, here we go. Not quite a year since she ran away. That's not quite a year. Rosanna, yeah, don't tell me. Now she's gone, and I have to say, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's funky. Meet you all the way. Sing it, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, get it. Meet you all the way. Oh, it's your turn, ladies and gentlemen. Sing it. Here you go. Oh, you got it. Rosanna, yeah. All right, that's all you get of that. Oh, you want more? No, I think we're good on that. All right. Here, this is probably the one I know. From Tina Turner. Let's let the breath. Good to have you here. All right. Kermit, you ready? I guess. All right. Whoop. You know, every now and then, I think you might like to hear something from us nice and easy. There's just one thing you see. We never do nothing nice and easy, do we?
No, we do not. We do it pretty terribly.
No. We always do it nice and rough. But we're gonna take the beginning of this song and do it easy. Yeah. And then we're gonna do the finish rough. We're probably not gonna do the finish though, probably not. But that's the way we do Proud Mary. Maybe we do the whole thing, maybe. Now we're rolling on the river. Listen to the story. Left a good job in the city. Oh, hi. Working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleep. Is this disrespectful to her? I'm worrying about the way. Sorry, I got distracted. It might have been. Big wheel, it keeps on turning. You know how wheels do. That's kind of what they do, you know. Proud Mary. A spook there. And we're rolling. Take this. Yeah. Rolling on a river. Cleaned a lot of plates in Memphis. I pumped a lot of tane down in New Orleans. Pumped a lot of what? Octane, dude. But I never saw all the good side of the city until I hitched a ride on the riverboat Queen. Alright, take the bass part. Big wheel keep on turning. Proud Mary almost keep on burning. Rolling on the river. Said we're rolling. Get to the good part. Rolling on the river. A good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, and I never lost 1 minute of sleep, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning, rolling on the river. It's pretty classy. Then we're rolling. How'd she do it? Rolling
Oh, rolling on the river. River, do, 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 do. All right, I think that's it for us on that. Whew. That's exhausting. Oh, ghost camera. Hello. Wow. All right. Yeah. Been a while on that one. Hi. My wrist. You know something else. Hey, calm down, you. Tone says, remember people, that's what an alpha male law scholar is afraid of. You get that one. That one's a freebie. I'll give you it again. Boop. It's fair. Oh, God. Yeah, it's just absurd ridiculousness. For some reason, you guys like it and stick around for it. And I'm shocked there are still over 100 of you after that. Because, good God. Anyway. All right. We're at the 2-hour mark. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are wonderful. Thanks for sticking with me through this weirdness and listening to me ramble, rants, educate, sing terribly, play music terribly. Do what I do, which is, I don't even know what I do. I'm going to end this here. I'm going to go over to Twitch. In a moment, I might put some snacks in me, and I got to make sure the headset is working. It'll be maybe like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Head on over to twitch.tv/Sergeant Blue Bacon, SGTBLUBACON. Sierra Golf Tango, Bravo Lima Uniform Echo, Bravo Alpha Charlie Oscar November. That is my Twitch handle. So, we're going to VR if we can. If we can't, we're still doing shenanigans. But that's going to be the thing. Chat. Anyway. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. And until the next time. Sorry, I have an itch. I decided to do something weird about it. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, be good. Stay safe. Oh, also, I might as well show you this again. Because I love it. All right, I'm out of here. See you on Twitch.